Good morning, everyone. I have a story to tell you today. Oh, it's a familiar story, and you probably know it, but I just want to remind you of the story and the meaning behind the story. The story is about a boy named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers, and he was the shepherd of the family. His dad called him in one day, and he said, I want you to go check on your brothers. Go and see how the battle is going. Because, see, his brothers were members of King Saul's army, and they had been fighting against the Philistines for a good long time, and his father hadn't heard from them. So David took provisions, and he went to the front lines of the battle. He was visiting with his brothers when he heard the enemy call from the valley in front of him. David looked, and he had never seen a man so big in all of his life. The warrior, his name being Goliath, stood 9 feet, 9 inches tall. Look around at the room that you're sitting in. My guess is your ceilings are only 8 feet tall. Just imagine a man who was a foot and a half too tall to even stand in your room. Wow. Well, Goliath started speaking. He defied God, the God of the Israelites. And then he said, we don't all need to die. Just send me your best warrior, and he can come down and fight me. And if he beats me, then we'll be your servants. But if I beat him, then you have to be ours. Well, the Israelite army ran away. David looked around going, where's everybody going? Why are we not fighting him? His brothers explained, Goliath has been making this challenge for 40 days. None of us are going to go down and fight him. Look how huge he is. And what's more, look at us. We don't have any weapons. Only King Saul and his son had weapons. They're terrified. What are they going to do? David started asking questions. He said, but wait, I know how God is so strong. He can do all of this. This is not a problem. Pretty soon, King Saul heard about David asking questions, and he sent for him. David went before King Saul, and he said, look, when I have been taking care of the sheep, a lion has come, and God gave me the strength to tear apart the lion. And when a bear comes, God gives me strength to overcome it. I know that God is strong enough to do this. This is the words that David used. It's from 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 37. He said, the Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine. Let me go fight him. God can do it. You see, David's strength and his confidence was not based upon what David could do. It was based upon what God could do. Well, King Saul, he didn't have much choice, or at least he was at the giving up point, so he decided to give it a try. He dressed David in all of King Saul's armor, and it didn't fit him, and David didn't know how to walk in it. It was too heavy. He took it all off, and he said, no, I'll just take my shepherd's staff, and I'll take my slingshot. And he picked up some river stones, and he went down to meet Goliath. Well, Goliath took a look at him and just scoffed. What is this? It's just a boy. What are you doing coming at me with sticks? And David says, oh, no, you come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel. David ran towards Goliath. He took a stone from his pocket. He put it in his sling. He spun it over his head and threw it. God created the accuracy. It hit Goliath in the forehead and knocked him down. And the scriptures say that David overcame Goliath without even a sword in his hand. And God got the glory. Why? Because David believed in what God could do. Don't forget that. Life is really scary right now, and you may be facing things that are way too big for you, and you have no idea how to overcome them. Don't place your confidence in your own strength or your own wisdom or your own ability to figure things out. No. You have a Creator who loves you, who knows what to do. Call out to Him. Base your faith on what God can do, not on what you can do. Because our God, your Creator, can do anything.